Not so fast, Mr. Feminist. You owe me 130 real.
Let's slip away unnoticed, or attempt to.
One moment you're running like the wind, then you've suddenly turned around and are giving him the finger, furiously, with both hands. Why?
If you're gonna do something like this, and fuck it, you gotta go all in with a fuck you asshole!
Watch out!
Everything goes dark.
Back so soon.
So worth it. Welcome, my dear friends. Something different this time. It is time to embrace the madness that is Disco Elysium. Playing on hardcore, because it's an option that I could pick, quite frankly. Also, possibly might end up getting extra XP for doing certain things. Anyway, let's jump right in. Create our own character. I've played a bit of this before. I've never finished it, however. And I feel the need to do so with a completely average detective. Totally plain and utterly normal. Let's see. Visual calculus is always a good starting point. Why not? Make visual calculus our signature skill. Yes. Yes. The Furies are at home in the mirror, it is their address. Even the clearest water, if deep enough, can drown.
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore. Ever. Never, ever.
Never, ever, ever?
Never, ever, ever, baby.
Well, it feels like I'm just going to simply keep on non-existing.
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
This is great.
Yes, it is.
Give me some more.
You got it, sweet brother. Nothing upon nothing upon nothing.
I like nothing.
I know you do, baby. I know.
How about you cough up some more of that sweet oblivion?
Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage.
You know what? I want to get off now. I like pain and burning light and wanting things from people who don't want to give them to me.
Do you really?
Don't be naive, of course not. I want to sail the inky blackness until forever ends.
Alright. Nothing down to fuck all, borough.
Hey, look, there's... I'm tired of being this type of animal, and who gives a shit?
Not you. Your days of giving a shit and being that type of animal are over.
Don't stop, keep singing. Sing me the song of death.
The song of death is sweet and endless. But what is this? Somewhere in the sore, bloated man meet around you. A sensation. Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
Mother, help me. There's a head attached to my neck and I'm in it!
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache.
Help! Someone! Cut my head off, it's trying to murder the rest of me!
A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
I shall open my eyes then, with no other options. He has remarkably hairy forearms. Alrighty. Awake. Hardcore mode is engaged. Good luck. Pants. Let us pick them up and wear them.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants.
I'll fish them out then.
It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
Must be where we are. Look at that, already deducing stuff. Shirt. Or is that... No, that's the blazer, isn't it? Yes. Disco ass blazer. Take hold.
This fan has 2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades.
Give me a tie.
You reach out to grab the tie, but what's this? Diffuse, radiating chest pain. Doom comes over you.
Whack!
This is bad. Feels like sharp stones grinding in your chest and keeping you from moving.
Sounds unpleasant.
For quite a long time.
Rather unpleasant.
Still ongoing. Now is a good time to start worrying. Finally, the pressure recedes. You find yourself covered in cold sweat and trying not to move, hoping it will keep you from dying.
Let's pull on the chain to the fan.
The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now.
Oh, that's useful.
You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade.
Huzzah!
What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie, with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose.
Of course. Let us leave. This magnum-sized bottle of Commodore Red is empty. Empty cassette case. Looks like someone tore out the tape while the song was playing. This reel-to-reel tape player is still on, rolling empty. And that is a shoe on a hook. Item gained, green shoe, left foot. There is a window.
window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
It's because the window's broken.
The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but you see the ocean and some war-torn buildings.
72%, that seems reasonable.
What do you mean, assess the damage? How would you do that? What are you even trying to do?
Except apparently I'm so hungover I can't even... I just can't. Fair enough. You see bottles in the bathtub, wine, beer and sweet liqueurs. Fun stuff. Shirt.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Hot water sprays from the base, and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
Really? Nothing.
Really? All recollection of the person you are, the people in your life, and even the world you're in has drowned in a sea of blood alcohol. This was no mere night of drinking. It was a deluge of world-ending proportions.
Well, time to wipe the mirror then.
As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
Maybe I should touch it first, make sure there's nothing wrong with my face.
Yeah, there is definitely something wrong with it.
Oh, how bad could it be?
Where to even begin? There is the bloatedness, then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin.
I'm sure everything is fine. Let's touch my nose.
It's not. Your nose feels like a small balloon in the middle of your face. It hurts when you honk it. It doesn't appear to be a particularly tiny nose either. Not with all the drinks it's absorbed for you.
At least my tongue is okay. Touch it.
It's not. It's swollen and snail-like, wriggling between your fingers.
I'm scared. I want to stop doing this.
Don't be scared. It's only your face. It's not like anyone's going to see it.
Yeah. Wipe the mirror now.
Behold.
Oh God.
You have no idea who this thing is, do you?
Dear Lord help me, what is this?
Whatever it is, at least it's dead now. There's clearly rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face?
I'm not making it, the face is making it itself.
Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
Okay.
Oh my God. You can't stop. It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face and now it won't come off.
That's fairly terrible.
What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
Let's go with superstardom.
You should check yourself for a pulse, superstar. From here it looks like a cadaverous spasm.
I don't need to. I almost died trying to get that tie, but I heard my heartbeat.
Getting clever appears to make the expression even worse. Now it's mixed with smugness.
Okay, let's try and stop it.
It's too late. Like an image on film. The expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it.
Okay, well, where did it come from?
Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold.
Still can't assess the damage. Well, let's do this. I like how he gets to the door and suddenly he's alright and can walk normally, even if he does only have the one shoe. There's something on the table. It's money! Money is always good. We like money. The smell of the sea makes you dizzy. Oh look, there's another shoe. Gust of briny wind washes over you.
There they both are. Two identical shoes. Both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin. Reunited on your feet.
Snakeskin. Yes.
Like two baby crocodiles.
How do they fit?
Good. They're balanced. Comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
Well, if it's the only good thing, at least there's something. Maybe that's the window that's broken? In which case, there's a bit of an angle. I'm not going to look into it too much. Why would I? But can't talk to her until you're actually outside. I want to have another look at that window. Just in case picking up my other shoe has...
The window stands broken in its
No,
frame.
it hasn't. Okay, fine. March 51. Good to know.
Hello, officer.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
Officer, am I military personnel?
No.
Wait, I know I'm a businessman, chief executive officer, right?
The young woman shakes her head slowly. Officer could be an artistic statement. You're already prone to those.
Officer is my stage name, right? I can see myself as a middling disco artist called the Officer.
No. You're a police officer, sir.
Goddamn right I'm a policeman, and don't you forget it!
Okay, cool. I won't.
No need to be alarmed, I was just getting into character, you know.
Okay.
How did you know I'm a police officer?
Sir, you've been here for 3 days. On official police business, as you put it.
And what business is that?
Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Why don't I remember being a cop? Or anything else?
Could it be because of the drinking?
I'm gonna try the expression on her. 28%.
The words have already left your mouth.
I want to have fuck with you.
What was that? That's not even how words are used. What did you say?
I said I
Say
wanted...
it again.
I said I wanted to have sex with you.
No. You see, that's not what you said. You said...
But she's unable to finish, consumed with laughter.
Come on, man. Freddy, please. One more time.
I said I want to have fuck with you.
Goddamn right you did. You crazy asshole, you. What kind of cop are you?
I'm a cop of the apocalypse.
Has the time come already?
Cops walking around with no memory of who they are, saying what I just said. The end can't be more than 2 days away.
You're one intense cop. Anyone ever tell you that?
I wouldn't know. I have no recollection of anyone ever telling me anything.
Okay, sir. I have to ask. Do you really not remember? Just like that? You drank so much you lost your memory?
No. There is a massive otherworldly mystery afoot here, and I am at the center of it.
In that case, I think I might have a premonition for you. It's gonna suck for you later when you have to interrogate me. And for the record, no, I didn't do it.
Well, she didn't do it. Looks like she left a nice long stub in the ashtray. It's still smoking.
You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living shit out of it.
The what now?
The living shit. Your mesolimbic reward pathway does not mince words. It once smokes.
Am I a smoker?
Who knows what you are? A monster, a murderer, the gnome of Jeroma? You feel like a smoker, especially when you look at that juicy, succulent, seductive cigarette stub, still smouldering deliciously.
That's some really nice alliteration. Okay, she broke it at the filter. I can't smoke that.
How very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. You should look for a whole cigarette, or better yet, an entire pack. Strike that. A carton. Make sure they're all healthy and able-bodied. Then smoke them all.
I should enthusiastically do that.
Good. They'll make you stronger and better. You're too old to be cool now. But find cigarettes, smoke them, blam. Instantly a cool renegade man. A mystical red dragon with smoke rising from his nostrils. Plus, smoking them gives massive bonuses.
We like massive bonuses. We do like massive bonuses. This is the weekend edition of the satirical newspaper Trompe le Monde. Could hassle her, but she doesn't answer the door, so let's not bother. Well, the summer door is closed for the winter. That seems entirely reasonable. That's where the lyrics would be. A big old karaoke mic just waiting for someone to sing into it. The speaker is connected to the radio. The music is seasoned with static.
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
My soul's cubic content is obscured by the hangover.
Of course, at this point, precise measurements of your soul can only be performed from the outside. It needs to be heard. Through a PA system, by other people.
This goes well with the theory that I'm developing, that I'm a down-on-my-luck superstar person.
Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline? Yes, sounds likely. You should probably go on stage and pose for a moment when you're done with this thought. See if it works.
What should I sing when it comes to it?
You should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found. Thought it was obvious.
Of course, I'll really get a gauge on my soul with that one.
Serves them right. Wipe that smirk off their face with your sad, tragic song. Who's laughing now? No one. You would need another copy of the tape first, though. The one upstairs is destroyed.
Well, let's finish thinking about that then. This feels right. You belong here. So many delusions this gentleman has. The menu has been wiped clean, only the word Monday is written on it. This is a water cooler. A large bubble is rising to the surface. The soft purr of an electric juicer comes from the kitchen. Someone is working. The door is bolted. A sign reads, "Kitchen reserved for personnel until 1300. Steal some Nosafed from right under their noses.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he is purposely ignoring you. Looks like he's not a fan.
What's wrong? Don't you like the officer?
Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero cop.
Could the massive property damage upstairs have anything to do with this?
So, not only am I a cop, but I'm also a hero.
Yes, you are. A real decorated hero.
What did I do?
What did you not do? First you took the body down, then you solved the murder, then you didn't trash my hostel room. Maybe you even negotiated the strike.
I do not appreciate your tone. This is no way to talk to an officer.
Oh, it's not?
He raises his shoulders like he's about to say something more, but then gets a hold of himself.
You're right. It's not.
Let's check out this stuffed bird.
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall. Something about it makes you feel bitter.
So what happened to the bird?
Look, your buddy is over there.
He looks at the doors where a man in a bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor.
Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
Again with that insubordinate tone.
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
Are you the bartender?
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
You look like a bartender.
That period of my life is over. Not everyone who stands behind a counter is a bartender, okay? I'm the cafeteria manager.
What's the difference?
I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here, not me. I'm only standing in.
Well, where did this Sylvie go?
She just, you know...
Fine. Fine. No, you Can't reach that money that I can somehow sense through a wall. The sign reads, Mess Hall reserved for union members. Doors open 1600. This royal pinball machine is unplugged. Well, that's no... You can't play an unplugged pinball machine. It's just daft.
Hello, sweetie. You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
She nods towards the man in the orange bomber jacket. I'll talk to him in a moment. A bottle of rum has been knocked over. Beautiful dark liquid is spilling out. A man is sleeping at the table wearing mud-caked boots and rolled down overalls. The back of his shirt reads Wild Pines encircled by a logo with a tree.
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine. The man does not mind.
That's mine
You
now.
probably need them more than he does. You gently shake his shoulder, but nothing happens. This man could probably sleep soundly in a ship's engine room.
Well, there's no waking him up right now, it would seem.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You.
Why on earth would he be waiting for me, I wonder?
As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this, but why?
Hold on, who is he to me?
He is your half-brother.
Well, let's shake his hand.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
I must.
You realize he's waiting for your name.
Well,
This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptualize.
just call me Officer.
Very well, officer.
He's slightly confused.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
You mean him? Nod toward the cafeteria manager. Yeah, I just talked to him.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
Yes, the police. I'm aware I'm a policeman.
Right. And the interviews?
What interviews?
At the 57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest, and then just skim the surface. Prepare the field, get to know the players. You don't do that? Maybe it's not an inter-district practice.
I haven't.
Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
Dead body.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like dead bodies.
Sure. But did you take it down from the tree?
Look, man, yeah.
Does that mean the body is no longer in the tree?
Completely.
Completely. Does that mean you took the body down from the tree?
No.
So, the body is still in the tree.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
The body is still in the tree.
Where it has
Yes.
been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
But I can't remember anything.
I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. Much worse. If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern.
So what were we supposed to do again?
Talk to the manager. Then we go out back and take the body down.
Okay, let's get going then.
After you, officer.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
Wait, shouldn't I have a badge or something?
You mean you don't have a badge?
It wasn't on me when I woke up.
Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I advise you to try to locate it as quickly as possible, but getting the body down should still take precedence.
Well,
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already?
pretty long. It's drink o'clock.
Attaboy. It's coming back to him. You had your mesolimbic reward pathway worried there, not thinking about drinking all that time. It was like you weren't yourself.
Now that you mention it, I do need a rum and lemonade. I'd love for Gut to serve me up a beverage.
Forget about the bar. Or don't forget about it. You should totally try to get a drink there too. But first, you should lick that stain off the counter. Yeah, man. Let's get wild. Lick it.
Alright, electrochemistry.
Calmly, the lieutenant looks out of the window, then to you, licking the tasty rum stain off the counter, then out of the window again.
What are you doing?
I'm an alcoholic. I needed to get... Actually, no, I'm investigating.
We should move.
A real drink would go well with those cigarettes you're looking for. That's a great combination.
Okay. Booze and cigarettes I need. Clearly.
The worker is in a deep slumber. Perhaps he's on his way to where you just came from, into the primordial darkness.
Lieutenant, who is this?
No idea. Looks like he works for Wild Pines, the logistics company who owns and operates the harbor.
But why is he sleeping during the day?
Possibly because there's a strike going on in the harbor. There's not much to do aside from drinking and sleeping.
Fair enough. Well, let's go and talk to Gart then.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
He responds tersely.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
The Harbinger of Ruin.
What?
The Gloaming. I am it.
I have no idea what that means.
I have been to the Precipice cafeteria, manager. I have seen the end.
What is this, a joke to you? Is this what you get when you call the police now? This guy? We've been waiting for a week here.
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job. And for us to do it, I need you to stay calm.
Yes, of course.
He takes a step back.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
He looks behind a pile of coasters, finds a slip of paper and hands it to the lieutenant.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
What a self-important little snot rag.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I'm above this place.
I didn't imply that. Detective.
Who, me?
Mm-hmm. I have everything. You?
Oh, you mean do I have questions? I shall proceed to ask them.
Yes, he means, do you have questions for me, like a police officer would?
The cafeteria manager is clearly agitated again. Why did Sylvie go away?
She went away because none of your business.
She pertains to the coming apocalypse.
Does she? Maybe she does. Maybe she pertains to the apocalypse. Sylvie is not here because I asked for her number. The dead body out back didn't help either, but it was mostly me. I hope you appreciate that.
Thank you.
Didn't go well?
I asked an employee out. She didn't want to come, but felt obliged to. It was a bad idea. Now, what is so goddamn fascinating about that for you? It's got nothing to do with the lynching.
Look, this stuff gets on my nerves. I am a feminist.
What?
Do you have a phallus in your ear? I said I'm a feminist.
That's good. But there is a timetable for this investigation, dictated to us by the stages of decomposition. And it says we need to move on.
Who killed him?
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
Did you kill him?
What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
Where exactly is the body?
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there.
And how do we get there then?
That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
So it's a reasonably large...
Not so fast, Mr. Feminist. You owe me 130 real.
Let's slip away unnoticed, or attempt to.
One moment you're running like the wind, then you've suddenly turned around and are giving him the finger, furiously, with both hands. Why?
If you're gonna do something like this, and fuck it, you gotta go all in with a fuck you asshole!
Watch out!
Everything goes dark.
Back so soon.
So worth it.
Admit it. You just missed the quarter light. The darkness on the edge of town. I was wrong to let you go. I should have kept you here. Is it bright where you are? Is it terrifying? Have you felt the love?
Yeah, it's okay. It's going fine.
It doesn't look so, sweetie. Are you okay?
An old woman appears out of the blackness. At least her chair's alright.
No, you have sustained a trauma to your lower neck. In addition, You have strained your left trapezius muscle. Pain surges down your back when you move.
Ouch.
Ma'am, are you all right?
Oh, I'm fine. He just tripped over my chair. Check on him.
She looks at you with concern. That's really very lovely of her.
Sir, I didn't mean for this to happen. I'm sorry. This has always been a cop-friendly place.
The man seems shaken by the incident.
The drinks are on the house, okay? There were a lot of drinks on the tab. I still have to charge you for 3 nights and the broken window, though. That's 100 square.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Don't thank me yet. You still owe me 100 real. If you don't have it by tonight, I just can't let you up there. And for God's sake, watch out for yourself.
Well.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it.
Do I even have one?
But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
I don't know, near? South, maybe.
You don't really know, do you?
I don't. Does this mean I'm homeless?
South, maybe. Doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
I'll live in a dumpster, I don't care. Fuck everything. Hobocop.
Entertain the thought when you get the time. Maybe being a hobo and a cop has its advantages.
Okay. Thought cabinet time. Something stirs in you, something interdisciplinary. Is it a newly formed reaction to the tyrannical gender roles around you, or something you've always had? One thing is for sure, you're not a mild feminist. Oh no, these are incendiary thoughts aimed at undermining the very pillars of society. Could you fashion them into some sort of weapon, perhaps? A first strike weapon to decapitate the XY chromosome hegemony. Oh, that's hilarious. Let's absolutely internalize that. And Hobocop. Ungainly and rambling for -1 composure. A cop and a hobo. A Hobocop. Upsides, can be dishevelled, doesn't have to wash, carries himself with lurched gusto. Hobocop doesn't need anyone or anything. No one can kick you out because you don't have a home. Never pay rent again. Never again here. You're drunk. Why did you even come here, Harry? Go home. You're embarrassing yourself. Downsides. Are there any? I mean, seriously, give me one. Let's do it. Traditionally, this is an issue that I have with this game, though. I just internalize too many thoughts. But I figure the first couple that the game throws at you, what else are you going to do with them? Okay. Let us talk to this.
Hello, sweetie.
Lena, the cryptozoologist's wife. The elderly woman turns to you with a smile.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Who's Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer.
I'm no Sweetie. Look at me.
You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate it.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Her eyes glitter over the rims of her glasses as she looks up, smiling.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Sweetie needs money. Do sweeties get money?
Oh, sweetie, I heard your conversation with the manager about your financial troubles. When do you get your next paycheck?
What's a paycheck? I haven't seen any paychecks.
You must be joking. Although our pay does sometimes feel like a joke.
It's not easy to assert your right to a decent living wage when you don't have a strong union behind you. Maybe you should talk to Everard, the union leader.
Interesting idea. This Everard sounds powerful. Maybe you can wrangle some coins out of his pocket.
Let's tug on our heartstrings. Because we can.
Try to force a tear out of your gut.
And fail.
Really rip into the whole emotional aggression thing.
Oh god, I'm going to die on the street, aren't I?
Officer, get a hold of yourself, please.
He leans in so that only you can hear, but his tone is forceful.
Sweetie, I'm sorry, but I think you need more help than I can give you.
Okay then. Proceed with a gulp. Let's change the subject.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry. I don't have money for you. If there's anything else I can do for you, just ask.
You seem to be in a chair.
Yes, dear. I'm a paraplegic.
A paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia is caused by spinal cord injuries, like falling from a great height, or a grenade explosion.
There's something inspiring about a woman on the front line leading her platoon of men.
No, dear. I'm not quite that old. Although I was injured in the line of duty.
Were you a mountaineer?
Nothing so glamorous, dear. Though when I was young, I dreamt of planting the Revacholian flag on some figurative peak.
What did you do then?
I was a training and development manager at a rapidly expanding mail-order shoe company. You'd think it would be a safe job, but I had to be everywhere, and, well, once I happened to be under some faulty scaffolding.
That's the problem with having to be everywhere.
I was lucky. This was almost 20 years ago, and I was compensated exceptionally well. One can only dream of such payoffs nowadays.
She runs her hands over the chrome wheels of her chair. Thanks for clearing that up for me. Let's move on.
No problem.
How would you like to roll with me?
Whatever do you mean?
I want you to be my wheelchaired partner in fighting crime, ridding backyards of corpses, catching sequence killers.
Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie.
Damn it, forgot about Kim.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree.
Oh, I know, but there are also side mysteries, sequence killers and forays into the paranatural.
I can assure you with absolute certainty, there are no sequence killings taking place in Martinez.
I'm not entirely sure you're right, but whatever.
Now, gentlemen, no need to squabble. I wouldn't be of much use to you anyway, sweetie.
Why? 3 heads are better than 2.
Thank you, but Martinez isn't the most wheelchair-accessible place, you see. I'd slow you down.
Fair enough, accessibility can be problematic.
Perhaps another time.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't know where I am or what I'm doing or anything.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
I drank so hard I forgot literally everything.
Oh my. You know where we are, right?
The Whirling in Rags cafeteria? It was on my keys.
That's right. And where is the Whirling in Rags cafeteria itself located?
The edge of civilization.
We're in the city of Revachol, dear.
Honestly, I don't know diddly squat about Revachol. What kind of place is this?
How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days.
There's a pause as she studies your expression. You must look quite lost.
Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes?
It's the spring of 51.
That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded.
Thank you.
Her relief is palpable.
Now I have a pen.
She was getting pretty worried about you there, but now she relaxes her shoulders.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
Oh. Cop. We are living under the cop regime.
Actually, we are not. You could say that about almost any other nation, but not Revachol. Try it one more time, officer. What mode of government?
Our leaders are fierce warriors who traverse the plains on steeds. Civilization cowers before us.
Oh, no. Nothing like that, dear. Revachol is a zone of control, led by an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have almost no government of our own, and certainly not one who's horseback.
I don't even know what to say. I'm so disappointed.
It is quite disappointing, yes. A lot of people would like some form of representation. There's talk, but for now, the RCM is all we've got.
Well, if there's no government, how come there are cops?
Oh dear, this is troubling. You really ought to know that, being one yourself. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
What is the revolution you mentioned?
A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came and ended it. This was 42 years ago.
But I'm a cop. Whatever it was hasn't stopped me.
Of course, sweetie. I really don't know how to explain it better.
Well, how did I do?
You didn't do too well, dear. You really only knew what year it is. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things. History and places. Reality, in a word. It's very odd.
A sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose in his notebook.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary, so I wouldn't worry too much.
Well, who can tell me more?
Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
She turns to the lieutenant.
No, I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
Fair enough. I've got to get going now.
Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
She gives you a small wave. Okay. So, reality lowdown. Rich people are educated. Find a wealthy individual and pump them for information. Pay for damages. Who made the call? Find booze and drink it. Report badge missing. Inspect the body, sing karaoke, and find smokes and smoke them. These are all things that need to be done. Well. Nothing to interact with, no extra clothes, and no tools. Okay. The street sign reads, "Fuck the police." That street sign reads, "Pigs go home." The street name is illegible. A heap of snow melts in this wheelbarrow. Or a... yeah. Puddle of water freezes slowly and turns to snow. I don't know.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
You sound surprised.
We don't see a lot of police around here, that's all.
I have some questions for you.
Of course. What can I help you with?
What is this fuck the police business?
Excuse me?
She doesn't understand.
She's uncomfortable. Maybe you should drop this line of questioning.
The street sign here, it says fuck the police.
Oh. Well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here.
What about the other sign, "Pigs go home"? Who are these pigs?
I don't know anything about that either. As I said, I didn't write it.
Pig is a widely used term for members of the police. It's not loving.
No need to worry. We are not saying you did.
Okay. Well, I didn't.
Who are you exactly?
Me? I am just a gardener.
Good to meet you, Just Gardener. Another question,
I
then.
am pleased to meet you too, officer. Me? I am just a gardener.
And what are you doing here?
I am working.
Working on what?
I have a greenhouse in the yard there. I've been trying to get some work done.
But...
Well, as you probably know, there's a corpse hanging from a tree there. It smells pretty bad, so I have to take breaks.
Don't worry, miss. We are here to clean it up. You can get to work soon.
Thank you. My head is about to explode from all the salts I've had to inhale.
we need directions.
Since the street sign's messed up? Okay. What do you need?
Where am I?
What do you mean?
I'm disoriented. No, just tell me where we are, okay?
We're in Martinez, sir. This intersection is called Roundabout North, I think.
What's up in the north?
There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements. Not a lot, really.
And in the east?
The harbor gates. Some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics. A fleet store, too.
And the south?
Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Some kind of accident, probably.
What's on the other side of the canal?
Just coast. There's a little fishing village there, and a fish market. But that got closed down ages ago.
What's in the west?
It's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. There are some islands in the bay, but they're hard to reach.
And the corpse, where is it exactly?
It's there. In the yard, right through the hole in the fence.
Thanks. That's all for now.
No problem.
I have to run.
Of course. I won't hold you back.
She wipes her brow with the canary yellow glove.
Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all.
Oh, one more thing. Can I borrow your gloves?
Sure. Keep them. I have another pair.
She hands you the rubber gloves with no visible annoyance. Thank you. Okay. Gloves. For +1 interfacing.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Kim, what are we looking at? What is this machine?
This is the Kupris Kinema, my motor carriage. You can use the toolbox and the radio if you'd like.
He nods at the cabin.
Motor carriage, motor carriage. Something bad with a motor carriage. A dark lump rises in your throat.
What is this sinking feeling I have with the words motor carriage?
Nothing, nothing. It's probably nothing. Forget I brought it up. Please proceed with the carefree lollygagging.
Well, this must be what woke me up when you arrived in Martinez. The infernal noise.
Yes, sorry about that. The Kupris Kinema does have a rather distinctive engine sound.
He says it with very badly concealed pride.
Do all policemen in the RCM have such cool motor carriages?
The Kupris Motorcore does provide most of our patrol vehicles, yes.
But this is different. This is a sports model.
I might be wrong, but this one's a sports model, right?
You're right. I didn't take you for a motorcar enthusiast. Do you also like Tip Top, Detective?
What's Tip Top?
An interstellary racing series. You should definitely give it a go if you like motor carriages. It has fantastic competition.
He smiles again. Can we turn it on and drive somewhere?
No, I'm afraid not. We have a murder case on our hands, remember?
Damn it. But I want to go away from this murder case and not solve it. Let's look around the cabin.
In the
again.
cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Tap on the fuel preheater gauge.
As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
He says and jingles his own keys.
Translation. We're not going anywhere, right? Alternative translation. Don't even think you can drive my MC.
Yeah, fair. Run your fingers over one of the steering levers.
The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm.
Well, let's pull out the pull-out toolbox.
A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work.
First, let us take the red-tipped pry bar.
The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids.
Now the rubber-handled chain cutters.
The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. You can do good work with these. Cut chains, locks, and ropes, especially belts.
And the hand-cranked flashlight.
It's robust, weatherproof, and well-made. Police issue, blue. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss.
Excellent.
The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook.
Speaking of the radio, let's pick
The
that up.
frequency tableau lights up and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens. Radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Let's be polite. Fine. Hi, Alice. This is the officer from the 41st Precinct speaking. Nice to meet you.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Under the green prime line, a yellow saved button catches your eye. You wonder what the lieutenant's default radio station is.
One moment, Alice.
As always, it's DJ Mesh and Felicio, and you're listening to Street Freaks FM, bringing you the hottest, the nastiest, the most vulgar.
Right away, the lieutenant reaches into the cabin and turns off the radio. He's not looking at you as he says,
Someone must have been messing with the radio, or maybe picked up a random frequency. You wanted the prime line, right?
Speed Freaks FM, huh? Look him right in the eye.
Oh, is that what it was called?
He's trying hard to act surprised. Right, you don't want to get into this, no problem.
Nothing to get into, really. But sure, let's focus on the important things.
He pats the motor carriage.
This is Precinct 57. Can I connect you to someone?
I need you to connect me to a civilian, a Sylvie. She may have reported a murder.
Of course. What is her number, officer?
Kim, didn't Gart give you Sylvie's number?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. Takes a bit to get to the phone.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello?
Sylvie, I believe we've met before. This is me, a detective from the Whirling and Rags.
Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
there is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it.
You quit your job at the Whirling. Why?
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
Okay, did you leave because of Gart?
What? No, why would you even think that?
He told me he asked you out. Are you saying it didn't happen?
Please, don't bring Gart into this. It's none of your business. I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again.
Was it you who called the police?
No, not me.
But why didn't you call? Didn't a corpse behind your workplace bother you?
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the union already knew about the corpse.
I meant us. You should have called the police.
No one calls the police. The union would get angry.
What do you mean by that?
You know, what the union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Wait, Kim. Lower the microphone. Is she speaking truth? The union's the law in here? No, I am the authority around here.
Okay.
She obviously doesn't want to challenge your authority. You feel much better now. Tell me, why exactly did you let a corpse hang in your own backyard for weeks instead of calling us?
I didn't want to get in trouble with the others.
Push her further. Show her the error of her ways.
Let me get this straight. You ignored the law to save your own skin.
I didn't know I had to report it. I thought someone would take him down eventually.
It's a little late for tears, isn't it? Should have used them to summon the police earlier.
You can almost hear the girl getting smaller on the other end of the line until she almost drowns in static.
Do you know who made that call?
No. I honestly don't know.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Okay, next question.
Okay.
Hey, do you want to grab a cup of coffee with me sometime?
No, absolutely not.
Well, I think I got everything I need, thanks.
I do hope so. please, don't call me again. Bye.
Come on, empathy.
Yes.
Yes!
You have obviously done something to upset her at the Whirling in Rags when she was still working there.
Wait, before you go, you're mad at me, right? Tell me, what did I do? I can't remember anything.
I'm not mad, it's just... You were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skua thing happened. It just made me want to quit.
What skewer thing?
The stuffed bird. The great skua. You threw it against the wall while screaming, "Fuck that bird," and laughing like a maniac. I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there.
Bitch bird got what was coming to her.
Okay, officer.
Her voice is withdrawing as if she's moving away from the speaker. So you're telling me that I was the one who made you want to quit?
Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I've ever seen. And I have seen so many assholes in this place. I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you...
Go on, I want to know what I did.
Well, you were worse than all of them. Honestly, you were getting borderline aggressive. Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. No more. I hate it now.
Hold on, which song?
We Go On by the O.O. I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody.
Right, was that all?
Then there was your room. Your project. An experiment to see how bad it can get in there. I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. I had no idea what you meant, and I don't want to know. And then you screamed something about how you're actually a real cool guy, and no one understands it. One of the coolest guys there is. The coolest guy in Jamrock. Something about disco, too.
That sounds intense.
And then I had to deal with your toilet. The one you clogged with police documents, causing water damage downstairs in the kitchen. I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening to sing karaoke, threatening to kill yourself.
I won't even mention proceeds to talk about what she wasn't going to mention. Wait, police documents?
The ones I had to wrench out of your toilet.
What happened to them?
Damn it, I don't remember what I did to your damn papers. I don't remember every little thing I do.
Resentment gives way to concern in her voice.
Especially when there's a hurricane loose. It's your fault for losing them, not mine.
Something in you wants to immediately forget about this, as if there was a reason you threw them away.
Okay, I get it. I wasn't a very good tenant.
No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst.
I was trying to show you the world of tomorrow, the great panic at the end.
God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened.
But when I spoke to Guard, it seemed like he thought you left because of him.
Wait, really? No, this is absolutely not true. I like Guard. I really do.
Didn't he cross a line when he asked you out?
No, I was actually flattered. I've always liked him. It was just bad timing. With the corpse and all that.
There's a pause. You can almost see her on the other side. The telephone cord coiled around her index.
I didn't know what to say to him later. Then you came and destroyed the place. So I left without explaining. I should have told him, maybe.
I can tell him.
Okay, but please don't mess it up. Please don't take out your gun or something.
What else did I sing besides the O.O.? I'm looking for a song.
All sorts of things. From disco, rock too. So much disco and rock.
Was I singing The Smallest Church in St. Saëns?
Yes, that's the one you like to sing along to the most. The later it got, the more that one came on.
Of course.
Interesting. You still have to find a copy, though, before you can blast it.
Right. Thank you for talking with me. Take care.
You hear a sigh of relief on the other end of the radio. Wordless, the call breaks. Then, the already familiar voice.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
I'm done with the radio for now.
57, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
See, I'm just a little bit concerned that I only have one morale.
Inside, you see a set of
And I
steering
could
levers,
very
a
easily
radio microphone, a
lose
pull-out
more
toolbox,
than
and
one.
the soft glow of the fuel
Here.
preheater gauge.
Hypothetically. Let's pick up the
This
radio
is Precinct
again.
57. How may I assist you?
Could you connect me to the 41st precinct? I have something I need to report.
Just a second, officer.
She puts you on hold, the static crackling softly like a bonfire. After a while, we hear an old man greet you from the radio. His rattly voice is oddly familiar.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over.
A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest. In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus with an array of wires and antennas. The radio switchboard.
Hi, this is me here. I work at your station.
10-4, what's your status? Over.
My status?
10-18, 10-20, over.
Please just talk human to me. These numbers mean nothing to me.
State your message, sir. Over.
I need to report my badge missing.
10-9, repeat message. Over.
My badge? I can't find it anywhere. Basically, it's gone.
10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
Hey, who is this?
This is Communication Officer Jules Pidieux, sir. Over.
No, the other one.
You mean your partner? Over.
What is he saying?
He's asking who you are.
I'm his goddamn partner.
It's your partner, Satellite Officer Wittmar, sir. Over.
Did he lose his memory along with his fucking badge?
The man in the background sounds like he's losing his patience.
Who lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
He says, fighting off laughter.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Ha ha, officer has lost his badge. Ha ha. Like I'm the first cop to ever misplace his badge.
He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically.
Oh goddamn it! Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this.
Satellite Officer Wittmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station. Over.
Mullen dicked us.
Come on, operator, tell them to stop. This is serious.
He's asking you to stop, says this is serious.
Of course it's serious. He lost his fucking badge.
Satellite Officer Wittmar concurs, losing your badge is serious. Over.
Can't we just move on? I want to get it reported and be done with it.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
Could you all please just stop saying lost his badge for a moment?
He asks you to please stop saying he lost his badge.
Why? Did he find it?
The room at the other end of the line erupts in volcanic laughter.
Sergeant Person was wondering if you found your badge yet. Over.
You don't have a comeback. Sorry. It's hard to think like this.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it.
Enough with this now. I have other things to discuss.
10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
The animated conversation in the back is making it difficult for him to hear you.
New heights even for Captain Sober. Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun, too.
The room roars with laughter.
Sergeant Person wants to know if you lost your gun, too.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you?
Oh god, it's not here.
Okay, it's gone. Your gun is most definitely gone.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
I'm going to try and convince them that I didn't lose it.
Lying over the phone? It's easy. Just say it like it's the truth. And then it becomes it.
No, of course I didn't lose my gun.
He says he didn't.
Thank God for that. That would have been a nightmare. I don't even want to imagine the poor prick who has to relay that kind of news to the captain. Losing his badge is bad enough. Tell him to find it, and fast. We can't have some gangbanger running around with it.
We're all glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer. Do you need further assistance? Over.
I am in dire need of financial assistance.
10-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request, but...
What does he want now?
He's asking for money.
Is he fucking kidding?
I don't think he is.
Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all.
Alright, that's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over.
It is paramount to the investigation that you grant me more money.
He says it's important to the case.
He isn't getting a red cent. You can tell him that.
Request denied, sir. Over.
Please, I'm begging you here. I don't even have a place to sleep tonight.
He says he's in trouble. Doesn't have a place to sleep.
Well, I guess he'd better crack the case before sundown then.
Vigmar said...
I don't want to be here anymore. I want to go home. Please come and get me.
He said... It's okay. You can do it, sir. Over.
What is he saying?
Did you want anything else, sir? Many of your colleagues are also here. Over.
No, I'm alright. I had other things.
Let us address them now, sir. Over.
This might sound odd, but there's personal details I'd like to discuss.
Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you. Relay your question. Over.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through.
I need information, not fear.
Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question.
Hold on, are you alone in the room? I need some confidential information about myself.
That's a negative, sir. I got a 10-12 here. Over.
I wanted to know if you got my badge's description right in your report. Could you read it to me? Name, rank, date of birth.
What? What is it? He's still on the line?
He wants to verify the information on his...
But of course, it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Revacholian Cavalry Force.
Tell him to stop wasting time.
What do you need, sir? Over.
Any news about my, family?
10. Excuse me, sir? Over.
You probably don't want to continue on this road.
I just thought you might have heard of them, that's all.
No, sir, I haven't. You're not really keen on mentioning your home life, so I've always assumed things weren't that good on that front. Over.
Well, look, let's just wrap this up.
Understood, sir. Over.
That's all for now.
Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
The static ends with a loud click. Then everything is silent in the cabin. Close the door and leave. Well, shit. Okay, tools. And who made the call? We'll find that out later. Pay for damages. Ha. Talk to Gart for Sylvie. Track down your badge and track down your gun. Okay, these are all things that can be done. 40% done with the Inexplicable Feminist agenda and 40% with the Hobocop. Okay. Cool. Cool. In fact, let's go and talk to Gart for Sylvie now.
Can I help you?
So, I talked to Sylvie. She left because of me, not you.
Wait, what? But what about the bird?
The bird?
Yes, the bird. I found it lying on the floor with a broken wing the morning she left.
Yeah, she didn't break it, I did. I threw it against the wall.
You broke the skewer!
His face is flushed with emotions. A rash covers his neck.
I assure you it was him.
Why on earth did you have to break the skewer?
Maybe I have a vendetta against it.
I can't believe it. I was so sure it was Sylvie. Even worse, I thought she was trying to send me a message. Symbol of hope and all.
A tender type of hope. Something stirs in you. Perhaps this is why you broke it.
All right. Did she say anything else? About me, you know? Did she say anything about me?
She said she was flattered. It was just bad timing.
Really? I should give her a call then.
The man doesn't know what to say. He wipes his brow and stares at the counter.
Thanks, I guess. Was there anything else you wanted, or...?
Goodbye. I think an increase in perception is probably a good idea.
The worker is in a deep slumber. A colourful piece of plastic is dangling from his carabiner. Makes your fingers itch.
Let's inspect the piece of
It's
plastic
a
on his
dock worker's
carabiner.
ID, doubling as a shift card and a job permit. A young, able-bodied man stares back at you from the photo. Santiago S. John.
Well, let's steal his ID then.
Your fingers find their way into the shackle, flicking open its spring-loaded gate. The metal loop holds the plastic ID and a leather-bound pocketbook.
And the man?
The man emits a loud snore. Is he about to wake up? Doesn't look like it, but you never know. Better be quick.
Does the lieutenant see me?
No, he's looking the other way. Perhaps purposefully.
Swipe through the pocketbook and take what's inside.
You find a black paper note with a woman's profile on it. Seems like this woman lived centuries ago. The note says 5 real. It feels nice and greasy. Yum yum. Money. Think of all the things you can buy with this. The synapses in your brain fire with glee.
Steal the document.
You slip the plastic ID card out of the loop and pocket it. The man continues to snore. Just for the record, you look nothing like the man on the document.
Close the carabiner.
The sleeping dock worker has little to say about your actions. He remains silent.
And let's try and wake him up.
The worker continues to nap,
Damn it.
undisturbed despite you shaking him. This guy's a real juggernaut of sleep.
Juggernaut of sleep. Well. Okay then. I think that will do for now. I hope you've found this an enjoyable experience. And we will continue the officer's adventures with Kim at a later date. Farewell for now.